Number 4. We're going to put this quick one in the can here. We're going to turn up some quick fun for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed last couple broadcasts. I was hoping to get my buddy Mark Monfrey on as a guest. Mark's been out doing some tests and things, but he's doing okay. I had lunch with him the other day, and he's fine. So we'll get him on the podcast as soon as possible. So I was hoping to nail that pretty quick, but it's taking a little longer than I have. So, hey, I'm back. Jeff Daniels, Rockin' Podcast number 4. How you like my Kiss hat? That's my Kiss Destroyer cap. I pulled it out of the deal, so we got black shirt, black hat, so we're matching all the way around. I still using the music format room. I put a rack in the closet over here. It'll be hilarious if you saw how I set it up. But I have so many tools and different things for making music and stuff that I have to make a rack. I had to put a rack in there. So, but hey, I want to start out with the Rockin' News. Remember we talked about that in the last podcast, and so much news is coming on. I guess, gosh, the one thing that's really big is the death of Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness. How about that? Ozzy Osbourne. Oh my gosh. That gentleman was something. I tell you, I played a lot of his music. I have thousands and thousands of fans all over the world. Watched a little of his funeral. God bless his family, his son, his daughters, Sharon. Boy, they did a wonderful job. The best they could, you know. So, Ozzy Osbourne, gone. So, okay. Well, also, too, the last podcast we had, Mick Ralphs from Bad Company and Mott the Hoople, right? He's passed away. So there's 2 rock stars right there, back to back to back. So that was real interesting how that came. So there's a couple news items. How about MTV? MTV, I love that. Music television. August 1st, we just had our reunion, a 1981 reunion of the MTV first broadcast. It had 5 DJs. Can you name them? Nina Blackwood, JJ, Mark, Martha Quinn, Alan. How about all those great DJs that started that music marathon, right? Video killed the radio star, right? That was the first one, the first video that came out, right? So, yeah, MTV, August 1st, 1981. About that, I was just graduating high school. So pretty cool, man. We just couldn't wait. Moved to Kingsville, went to Texas A&M University in Kingsville, and then my brother and I, John, we got a trailer house that we had bought, and I remember getting cable. I think we got cable or something, so we could see MTV, and we used to come in at night and we'd watch for hours. We watched MTV for hours. And then my uncle came and stayed with us, Rex Smith, and he loved it. There was some videos he hated though. It was hilarious. Shock the Monkey. Oh, my uncle did not like the Shock the Monkey, but there was a lot of great videos. Pat Benatar was the second video shown, right? So Spider was the first guitar player to play on MTV. How about that? That's pretty cool. So so MTV. How about that? A while back. How about 85 years ago, Bugs Bunny? How about that? Bugs Bunny. Everybody knows Bugs Bunny, right? They're awesome. Bugs Bunny was great, is great. So yeah, 85 years ago, Bugs Bunny hit the cartoon airways. So that was pretty cool. So that's a wrap up real quick on Rockin' News. God bless Ozzy Osbourne and his family. God bless Mick Ralphs and his family. MTV, right? Unbelievable. I saw Ozzy Osbourne solo 1981, 82, Memorial Coliseum, Corpus Christi, Texas. UFO opened for them. It was packed in that little Coliseum in Corpus Christi. Randy Rhoads was there. Rudy Zorro played bass. Ozzy was phenomenal. He had just had his first album out, I guess, Blizzard of Oz, right? So yeah, I remember going to seeing him in Corpus Christi. I was real young. Don and I went to that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's enough for news on that. Let's roll into some cool stuff that I'm gonna talk about. And we've launched a new tequila in Texas. It's not new. It's been around for a long time. It's called Chinaco Tequila. It's the original tequila from Tamaulipas. It's the original añejo tequila that first came out back in 1972. So yeah, they've revamped the package. The tequila is still the same, but the Gonzalez family owns it. Here's a little picture of their distillery painting artwork. But yeah, so look on your shelves. Chinaco Tequila is out there. We're excited to be selling that beautiful, beautiful package. So take a look at out there for Chinaco Tequila. Last weekend, I had a good buddy of mine, Eric and Elizabeth DeHonich, had their 40th wedding anniversary. So hats off to them. We had a beautiful dinner for them, and it was really, really nice. Their daughter, Erica, did a wonderful job. So I was fortunate to go to that. Sarah and I went, and we had a great time. So thank you, Erica, for inviting us to that. A week before that, we had the TPSA, Texas Package Store Association. We had a huge convention in San Antonio, which we have it every year. We had a huge booth down there with lots of products. I've been doing it for, gosh, I don't know how many years. I don't even want to say. Mark and I did it for years and years with Artisanal, our company. But yeah, beautiful. San Antonio is awesome. The food was great. I tell you what I'm impressed with in San Antonio. San Antonio has some mixology bars now. Yeah, I think it's 1919 is one of them. It's kind of like a sub underneath down in the bottom, like a basement. This bar is incredible, man. I've never seen so many products, and they make all kinds of cocktails. So yeah, San Antonio's hitting the cocktail scene pretty well. So get ready. If you're in San Antonio, ask a couple people. There's a couple really cool cocktail bars in San Antonio, Texas. How about that? So the business is really changing. Let's see what else we got here. Well, my mother's birthday is coming up. God bless her. If she was alive, she would be 92 years old. Mama was born in 1933. So on August 12th, it would be Mama's birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. Happy birthday, Mother. We sure miss you. And a lot of crazy things going on. So Mom would be right in the middle of it. I promise you. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I had a picture of the USS Texas in one of my earlier podcasts, and the picture I put up showed 1992 and then 2025. But I just wanted to clear the air on that. That battleship was in World War One. It was laid down in 1919. Okay, through 2025, which is now it's in Galveston. But yeah, that USS Texas was in World War One, and it was put together and laid down in 1919, guys. That's one of the original dreadnoughts. The USS Texas battleship is one of the original dreadnoughts from 1919. So I have a picture of that here, so I show that real quick. So that's cool. Another thing too. We had the good picture of the TPSA with Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick and my buddy Charlie Riggs. And I just want to say, I said rocking tequila. It's rocking vodka. Okay. So yeah, rocking vodka. That's their vodka that Andy, my friend Andy, owns with those guys. And it's doing great out there. I've watched him on Facebook. He has a lot of cool things going on with Total Wine and a lot of independent liquor stores and the Hard Rock hotel. Man, he's just blowing it up. So if you're out there and you're looking for a good vodka, Rockin' Vodka. Okay, Rockin' Vodka is a great vodka that's out in the market. So take a look at that one. This month, I'm excited. My little brother and his wife are coming up, and we're going to go see Bachman Turner Overdrive at the Majestic downtown Dallas. I got tickets. It's Randy Bachman and his son Tal Bachman. and they've put together the band. And my gosh, Randy's still playing. I saw Randy, I think I put it in my other podcast, back in the 90s, maybe early 90s. I saw him with Bachman Turner Overdrive with his brother. Got to meet his brother. His brother played drums. God bless Robbie Bachman. God bless Robbie. He's passed away. So, but we're going to go on the 26th. I'm excited to go see Randy Bachman and his son Tal. And his son Tal had that big hit, She's So High, if you ever heard that song. That's Tal Bachman. That is Randy's son. So, real excited to go see that, relax, kick back, and man, he's going to play all the old Bachman Turner hits. And I'm sure he'll play Taking Care of Business, right? So here we are, guys, taking care of business. Got to have some TCB, right? So we're going to be doing that. Like I said, I'm hoping to get Mark on here pretty quick. This month also is Mark Monfrey's birthday. Mark's going to be 82. God bless my buddy. He's still going, still rocking, and we'll get him on a podcast here. He has some great stories and some great things that we'll cover together. That him and I've traveled all over the world and do that. So got my Cowboys glass here. Saw the preseason game last night. You're playing a lot of young players out there. A lot of young players. Kind of impressed with the coach. I think he's going to do well. He's a player's coach. He is a disciplinary like his father, but he's got a little more openness to him. But I think he's going to call some good plays, and I think he's got a good coaching staff. I think he's built a pretty interesting coaching staff, and I don't think he's going to mess around too much. So I'm excited about the Cowboys. So we'll see what happens. Mom would be all over me, so that'd be good. So I was looking at some analytics on podcast, and one thing they do on YouTube is they'll analyze your podcast. So they do a lot of different times of how many people listen, what's the gender that listens to it, and there's a lot of breakdowns on it. And I've been doing my podcast. The first one I did like 48 minutes. Second one I did 37 minutes. They analyzed it and said the podcast listeners listen to about 22 minutes. About 22 minutes is about the max of where they're going with that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to whittle this down, do more with less. Does that make sense? Everybody says, what are you talking about, Jeff? So yeah, I'm going to try to throw a bunch in within 20 minutes and I'm going to try to start doing this on a weekly basis. Because, man, things are happening all the time. And, man, I've got so many cool stories to tell. So what I thought this time, I'm going to change my format a little bit. And I'm going to talk about a little history from me. I've been finding on Facebook, people are rebuilding these great Chevy and Ford engines. It's unbelievable. The stuff they're putting on the Facebook, these gentlemen have these engines that are just incredible. These cars, double Holley pumpers, big carburetors, all kinds, repainted. They just look beautiful. So I got a story about that. So when I was young, I guess I was 15, I was working at the Arabian Horse Farm, cleaning stalls. Yeah, working hard. I'm making money. I think I made $2.35 an hour, guys, $2.35 an hour. So I needed to get a car. So I worked all summer. And I bought my first car, and I got it out of the paper, and it was a 1968 Olds Cutlass, just a regular Olds Cutlass. It was blue, had the old shiny mags in the back, so I shined them up real good, got out the steel wool and cleaned them, right? So I find it in the paper, and my older brother takes me to go get this car, and it's got a 350 Oldsmobile engine in it. And it's blue, and it's a little worn out, but the body's pretty good shape. The tail lights are gorgeous, these real small tail lights. If you get a chance, I'm going to post a picture of a 68 Cutlass here, just so you get an idea of what it has. So I get this car. I think I paid $500 for it, something like that. And the air conditioning worked, but it didn't come through the vents. Somehow the vents were messed up on the inside. So I tore all that out and went to junkyard and got parts and fixed it back. So I drove that car for a year, or so. So during that time, at 15, I was going into sophomore year high school, and I had to go to football practice. We had a football practice during the summer, and matter of fact, we slept overnight there. Isn't that crazy? I bet they don't do nothing like that now. We stayed the night in the auditorium, and we all brought little beds and slept in the auditorium. So yeah, we spent the night in the auditorium, and then had breakfast there, and then played football, practice football. So that was our summer going into the new year. That was what we did, how we practiced. So I had to go to football practice, and I worked at the horse farm too. So I was fortunate to save enough money working at the horse farm on the weekends and stuff. And I bought this little car, and I drove it to football practice. And then you'd get out about, I don't know, noon, 1 o'clock, and then you had to come back for afternoon. So I drove my car back and forth, and a lot of my friends rode with me. So it was kind of cool. And back then, Mom would give me $1 for gas. Yeah, $1 for gas. That's what Mom gave me. So that's cool. So drove that car back and forth, and did that. And then cleaned it out the best I could. The carpet was really, really bad in it. So one day I was coming home, and I saw these people throwing out this shag carpet, this blue shag carpet. And I said, I can do something with that. So I got the carpet, brought it home, vacuumed it, cleaned it, put it out in the driveway, let it sun, cleaned it out real good, everything. And I took all the seats out of the car, and I took the old carpet out, and I laid it down. I cut it out based on the old carpet in there. And then I put it in the car. So yeah, I put all new carpet in the car. It looked pretty good. It was shag carpet in the deal, but it's better than holes in the floor, right? So yeah, I put shag carpet in there. And then if I remember correctly, it had a big window in the back, a big long window in the back, and you could put 6x9 speakers in there. So I think I went to the store and I got a couple of 6x9 speakers, and I remember putting them in, climbing in the trunk and drilling the holes and putting the covers on the top and cutting them out. And I think it had cardboard back there. I think I took the cardboard out. I'll be honest with you, I think I put carpet back there too, carpet inside the windows to match the floor. So yeah, real sure I did that. Put carpet in there, and then I put the speakers on there. And the only radio it had, gonna make you guys laugh, it had AM radio. It had an AM radio. That's all I had. No FM, AM. Didn't even have cassette, 8-track, none of that stuff. So I got behind there, I found the speaker wires, and I ran wires all the way to the back, and I hooked that radio, just hooked them to those 6x9 speakers in the back. So I had a loud stereo. I'd crank it up, man, and I had speakers in the back and a speaker in the front, whatever the one speaker in the front was. I don't even think they had speakers in the doors. I think it was in the dash, front dash. Either way, yeah, that's what I did. And I never forget the radio station. You could just barely hit it, and you could really get it in, tune it in good. And then the way you set the stations, I'm gonna make everybody laugh. They had buttons, right? So you find the station you want, you tune it to the station you want, and you pull the button out, pull it all the way out, and then you push it all the way in. And when you do that, it sets the button. It sets it to that radio station. I am very serious, guys. That's how you set a radio back in the day. You pull it out, you set it. I think it had 6 buttons, 7 buttons. I'm not sure exactly how many, but you set them. So you set your radio stations on that. So yeah, that's what we did. That's what I did. So eventually, I remember my brother John bought a cassette player that went underneath the dash and gave it to me. So I remember putting that cassette player underneath the dash. I could play great stuff. Excuse me, Cars, Ozzy, Led Zeppelin, Steve Miller, whatever I could do. I remember. So I drove that car for a while. Transmission finally went out in it. My brother helped me out. We took it to AMCO. We put a new transmission in. It had 2-speed Hydra-Matic. Had a high and a low. Oldsmobile 68 Cutlass had a drive and a low. Didn't have 1, 2, 3. It just had low and drive. Isn't that something? Either way, got the new transmission and did that. So I thought that was pretty cool on that. So, so I'm driving that car to school and everything, and then the engine goes out. So I'm going to work that summer. A friend of mine, his dad had a Oldsmobile engine out of a car, and he sold it to me for $150. So Jeff goes, I pull the engine out of that car, I put the other engine in there, and runs great. Runs great. So yeah, so I'm 16. Yeah, 16 years old. Put that engine in that blue Cutlass and went to town. Well, while I'm working that summer, uh, I ran into a lady. Somebody knew a lady that had a Oldsmobile 442 1969. Yeah. So I went over the other side of town, and sure enough, it was in her driveway, and she had water in the oil. She'd overheated it. So, man, it was beautiful. I was like, wow, this is just beautiful. I had bucket seats, 442. I'm gonna show a picture of a 442 here. You'll see what it looks like. I mean, just gorgeous. And it comes with a 400 cubic inch engine, right? So that one had a 400 in it. 400 4-barrel dual exhaust. That's what I heard 442 stands for. 400 4-barrel dual exhaust. Okay, so it had all that. So I towed the car. Poor mother. I towed the car over to our place. There's a place in the back we can do that. So I pulled the engine out and take it to my mother's shed and take it all apart. And it's full of water and oils all mixed up, everything. And I clean it. I take it all apart, take it out, heads off, take everything out. I don't take the pistons out, but I took everything else out. And I loaded it in back of a truck. My brother John had an old truck that he let us use all the time. And so I took the truck and took it to the car wash. It cleaned it, sprayed it, cleaned it, washed it all out real good. So then I went and bought a kit. I'm still working. This is summertime. I'm driving the blue Cutlass. It's the summertime. And I driving the blue Cutlass. And then I go buy the parts, the kits and everything. So one day I was driving the blue Cutlass to work or something. And caught on fire. The engine caught on fire. So I'm on my way to work, and this is the blue Cutlass. The brown one's, the 442 is not running yet. I'm still working on it. So I pull over the side of the road and open the hood, and the man's big flame just coming out of the hood. So God bless me, some man stops with the truck right there on Leopard Street in Corpus Christi, jumps out and puts out the fire. Jumps out and has a big old fire extinguisher, right? And he puts the fire out for me. So I walk home, get my brother, tow the car back. It's burnt wires, hoses, just all burnt up. I just put that engine in there, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And when I was digging through it all and cleaning it out and everything, I towed the car up to the car wash. I was washing the engine and getting some of the burn stuff out. I noticed that one of the gas lines had broke a hole in it, had popped a hole, and it was pumping gas up on the engine. That's what caused the fire. So I bought all new hoses, put all new hoses on there. Well, the wire was pretty burred up, all the wires. So I went to the junkyard and I found an Oldsmobile Cutlass, and instead of taking the whole fuse box out of the firewall, I cut it. I just cut up all the wires, just cut them right up against the firewall. I went home and I bought a connector kit. Went to the auto store and bought a connector kit. And I matched all those colors. I guess that wire harness was probably about that big around. About as big as I don't know, inch and a half maybe. I matched all those wires and I rewired that car. And I black taped it after I connected them, cut the ones in the car, and cleaned it, washed it, put all new hoses on it, rewired it, rewired the alternator, fuel pump, starter, heat gauge, oil pressure gauge, all of it. And this harness I had all those parts. It was easy, just putting them all together, right? Put them where they go, and then took care of it. I had to buy new battery cables, stuff. Got it, man. I put it all together. Started that car and it ran, and I drove it. So yeah, how about that? So kids probably wouldn't have a clue how to do that. I didn't either, but I just did what I could. So I fixed it and I drove it. So then I rebuilt the Oldsmobile engine in my mother's shed, and then I painted the Oldsmobile gold. It was beautiful. So I put it in the Oldsmobile. My little brother Joel helped me a lot. And then first time I turned it over in the back, Kelly Teeter was with me, and we set the time in and we put gas in it and everything. It started right up. Boom. And I'd had that engine completely apart, put it back together, and it started right up perfect. So I'm like, great, it's going to run good. So drove it around a little bit and got a little hot. I wasn't quite sure what was getting hot. Well, come to find out later, I think it had a cracked head. I didn't really know. I didn't know how to see those cracks in the head back then, and so it was running a little hot. But long story short, so got it running. It was running beautiful. Everything was great. And I took it hot rodding out one night with my buddies, and I had, not going to name everybody's name, John Boone, but we all were out hot rodding that car, and I lost control, hit a sign, totaled the car. That was the end of my fast car days, guys. So there you go. So my 1969 full 42, I worked all summer on, put a new engine in, cleaned it up. It was beautiful. Went out first week I had it running and wrecked it. And thank God nobody got hurt. None of my friends got hurt. We just came over a hill, was going real fast. One of the guys said, it's not going fast enough. I turned around, did a donut, went back down the hill. When I did, kind of hit the brakes. They weren't quite set correctly, and lost control of it on the service road, spun around and hit one of those big freeway signs, knocked it down. It just tore the whole front side of the car off pretty much, but nobody got hurt, thank goodness. So that's my car story. And I thought, somebody told me, Jeff, you need to tell one of your stories. So I thought, okay, well, kids don't do as I do. Is the best way. You've heard that all your life, right? Most people don't do what I did. But either way, the part I really want to talk about is how I fixed those cars. I worked hard. I rewired that car. I put that engine in that blue 68 Oldsmobile, and I drove that car like crazy. I redid the inside. That's what I had. That's all I had to drive, and by golly, I fixed it, and I drove it, and it drove. So it was great. The 442, I didn't get to enjoy it too much. Gosh bless me. That's when I said God decided I didn't need fast cars. So I never had a fast car after that. But either way, I worked hard, man. I built that engine. I painted it. I must have been 16, 17 years old. And I did all that by myself. So I had friends that helped me. I had a couple friends, and my brothers, of course. My little brothers helped me. But I got it going. I fixed that engine. I built that engine. I rebuilt that one. And boom, we did our thing. So there's a little story back from, I guess that was 78, 79 era. But that's kind of how it was back then. So there's my car story. I hope you enjoyed it. And God bless Ozzy and Mick and everybody else. And we'll get another one out here pretty quick. Enjoy it. Rock and roll. Keep subscribing. Appreciate it, man. Bye.